ignore the hair. Just had a shower. Welcome back. Okay, there we go. So yeah, ignore the hair, it's wet. I've literally just come back from the parents' house having a shower. Talking of showers, because I've got a surprise for you, as you can tell in the kitchen. I really can't remember what I've updated you on and what I haven't. But we've basically got a complete bathroom to a degree. So this is the bathroom, guys. We've finally got the pull cord on for the light switch. We've painted all the walls. We've painted everything. Ta-da! So this is the bathroom so far. Ignore the bog roll and everything. But the tile, everything is done, basically. Apart from the floor, as you can tell, just ignore the floor. Everything is done. We've finally got the shower screen door up, so it needs a clean. Like, ignore the, like, you can see how dirty it is. It's just dust and crap. The shower is fully on. Technically, it works now. My dad needs to put a load of filler stuff in, I think it's the top bit of it, because he lost some parts to it. So basically, to stop water from going down into the bottom and short-circuiting and electrocuting me, he needs to put some like clear sealant or something on the top. But he's put all the sealant and stuff around the edging, like here. The tray's in, the flap's in. But no, everything's done. The grouting is all done. The grouting I'm happy with, but I've come to the realisation that my dad's a perfectionist. So, like, to me, the grouting looks fine, but can you see that tiny little bit of non-existent grout there? There is grout in there, but there's like, my dad was like, oh, that could do with some more grout just there. The box bit, I don't know why it keeps zooming back in. This box bit is all now on. Like, that's me wiggle. Like, it's all sealed in. The windowsill is all sealed in. The edging is all, apart from, I think he needs to put a bit where my finger is. This is just a giant chasm behind it, so it does look weird. It does look weird that it's not perfectly in line with all that and everything, but I don't care, guys. I'm happy with it. My dad's happy to a degree with it. But yeah, it's all done. Even the door, which needs a handle, because it's just, yeah. We've cleaned out all in here as well. My dad's put the extra shelf up because one of the shelves was like on here. That's part of the shower tray thing. But no, so this is going to be storage eventually. My dad was like, oh, you could put like boxes and stuff. So good idea. Like, I've got a tent. The tent's going to go literally up there, hidden out the way. And then like this is going to be storage stuff. So, and then I'm going to fit like an ironing board here as well. So I could probably fit an ironing board and then like an iron. And then have like drawers of like cleaning products and stuff, like to keep the bathroom clean. And then for like the stairs, and I could probably put my Hoover in here, although it's electrical stuff. So maybe like the Hoover and the actual iron is not a good idea. But that's the cupboard done. We've painted all the edging and stuff. The only thing that isn't fully done to our satisfactory is you can't really tell on camera. That was my knees. Can you see this discoloration here? There is a bit of yellowness coming through because this is chimney. We need to like repaint this bit. But no, my dad wants to like sort some stuff around like the pipework and stuff around here. It needs cleaning because as you can see there's like globs of crap all over it basically. I need to figure out what to put on this wall here. Like if anyone's got any suggestions, like let me know. Ideally, I've been to IKEA recently and I've seen that there's a really thick black kind of towel rack that I'm contemplating putting like maybe to about here in line, and then obviously the towels will drape down so it covers like this bottom part with towels. It's just this wall. It's like, I forgot to mention as well, my dad's obviously put coving around the door frame because that used to just be like one gigantic hole down there. But there's just a big wall and I really don't know what to do with it. And it's screaming, like to me, right like here in the middle, just above the toilet, it's screaming like picture. But I don't know what kind of picture. You can get all these different pictures that have got like different kind of paints, like oil-based, acrylic. I don't know, I need to look into it. I know there's certain paint that isn't good in like a moisture, wet kind of damp moisture area. So yeah, that's the bathroom. And then, spoiler alert, today which is why I've just had a shower at my parents' house. We've been working in the kitchen. On the stairwell, we need to tidy it. Like, this is how dusty it is, guys. Like, this is in my lungs permanently. Like, look at this. And then let me just look at how dusty it is. Look, disgusting. That is all sitting inside my chest. This is why I've been getting no sleep recently, because I wake up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning choking. We need to obviously tidy up. It keeps zooming out again. We need to tidy this up. We've got a black carpet that's going to go down here. The carpet's going to go down last when everything else is done. My dad has put a new banister on. I forgot to mention that. He's also, guys, I hate these. They're screwed in as well, so I can't really I don't want to damage it. They're basically just handrail ends. I really don't like them. But my dad says like, oh yeah, you can change stuff once you've moved in. If there was like copper colour or like rose gold or something, maybe. But because it's a contrast of like brown wood and then just bright silver, I can't stand it. Surprisingly, this is staying cleaner than what I was expecting. I thought with the height and everything, and the dust and everything, I thought all these corners would get really dirty, but to a degree, they're staying relatively clean, so I'm quite chuffed about that. Ta-da! It's a tip. So, it's not really much of a reveal, but just look how white it is. And then look at this. This has only had one coat of paint on today, but like look at the red compared to like the white. Just look how white it is. My dad has built this today. So we've got a box kind of thing where all the pipe is. He says that he's going to fill this with the expandable foam and stuff just to cover it all. And then we've got plastic cladding. I don't know where to put the plastic cladding. I'm going to put plastic cladding all the way around this just to cover it, so it's just one white sheet. We're going to put plastic cladding down on here. He wants to get some kind of plastic, because this is plastic cladding just painted red. But he wants to get some for like all this as well. And obviously we need to paint down here still. But this is just like, this is how dusty, like this was today. Like all of this dust was just from, we've done the ceiling as well, I forgot to point out. We sanded and then painted the ceiling. We just need a floor as well, because everywhere, like even still in here, does not have a floor. And this is just stressing me out, guys. Like I am getting so stressed out about this. I have finally started watching TV, because now I've got internet. I'm watching like Prime and stuff. And well, currently, I'm watching American Gods at the minute. So the routine is, I finish work at 4, I get home at like 20 past 4, I have dinner, my dad comes around about 4:30. So in the meantime, TV's there, internet box is there, my chair is there. This is my footpath, and I keep saying to him, do not block this entire bit, because the TV I always have unplugged, because for some reason I'm just scared it's going to catch fire when I'm not using it. So TV's unplugged, so every time I come to watch it, I have to walk down this bit to plug it in, grab the remote, and then come back down here. And then I'll literally sit in my chair here, put my feet up and sit and watch TV. He keeps blocking it. Wherever there's space, my dad will fill it, basically. Me and my dad are kind of like in pre-argument phase at this point with each other, because... So I'm just going to keep this bit quick. So, funny story. So my dad gets Friday, Saturday, Sundays off from work. I get Friday, Saturdays off. I have to work Sunday. Sunday, my dad does nothing at the house. He takes the day off from the house, which means he's also got a day off from work. So Sunday, he has a full day to do whatever he wants. He could stay in at home if he wanted to. But Friday, Saturday, we're at the house all the time. So I've been saying to my dad, like, I want a Saturday off. Let's stop doing Saturdays. Sunday evenings, when I finish work, like late afternoon, evening, we can come and do some work the Sunday. Because then that way, if we both take the Saturday off, we're both still getting a full day off. When he's taking a Sunday off, I'm at work all day on Sunday, so I'm not getting a day off. And he's like, oh, you can still come down. And I'm like, no, I want the house to myself. I did say that I was going to start saving updates till room reveals, but I was bored. I look like I'm a homeless person. Oh my god, hello. But ignore the beard. I feel like I'm a homeless person at this point. The other clips I recorded a few days ago from right in here, it was a bit short, so I thought I'd do another mini update. As you can see, I'm stood in the kitchen. So, I think the camera's better this way, guys. So, my dad has... So, I had a day off yesterday, because I had a bit of a meltdown. I've been having a meltdown for the last few days. I've been like, I need a day off. My dad is persistent of wanting to come to the house, so I couldn't get a day off in the sense that I could just stay at home all day and read. So I went out all day, and I didn't even feel like I had a day off. So I am kind of like at my wit's end at the minute, just because it's just all too overwhelming. So yesterday I went out, my dad painted some things, so I thought I'd just do you a quick like update. He's repainted the kitchen door. As you can see, this is like so white now. So white. He's painted like all the trimming again. He hasn't done that weirdly. And obviously we've painted in the kitchen. I think I mentioned this the other day. What is different is the ceiling, we did paint it, but as I came back yesterday, my dad's put like filler and stuff on the walls, and I think it's something to do with like trying to conceal the stains and stuff. So as you can see, we did paint it all, and now he's got something all over it. But, spoiler alert, ta-da! I don't want to show you properly because it's daytime, so I don't want to show you my back garden because it's a mess. Now I've got cladding on the top above the window and door. We've got, I'm trying to hide the outside, we've got a pipe with cladding around it. So I think where I got to last time, we built the frame, but now we've got cladding like all around it. We've got cladding down here, so the red has gone. It's completely gone, apart from like these bits here. But yesterday my dad's painted like these edge bits here, and then he's also painted this, I've noticed, and then he's painted the door into the living room. So this used to be like a grey kind of dark colour. He's painted that both sides, and then I think he's painted the trim because he put these trims on recently as well. So he's kind of basically just painted all the edging and stuff. That's the bottom, and then that's the top. And he's painted this because this was like brown, and he's also like sanded it around and like curved it and cut the side. This was an absolute nightmare. There's still a bit of red peeking through from the edging bit like here that still needs painting. But this bit was an absolute nightmare. Where all this pipe work is here, obviously it goes straight down and then it goes underneath, but my dad hasn't done the back bit because I need to put a washing machine here at some point. And these pipes connect like all under there and everything. So because these pipes go like all the way up here, they go all the way up there, and they go all the way up, and then they go into the ceiling, and then up into the bathroom, and it's kind of like waste pipe and stuff for shower and all that stuff, like sink and everything and toilet. Before my dad plumbed all that in, this was leaking, and the house was sat for like 6 months. So kind of there was a lot of water damage because basically imagine that this panel, ignore that's my rubbish. I'm not gonna, it's too heavy to move one-handed. But imagine that there was 3 panels here. So there's a panel at the top, panel in the middle, and then panel across the bottom. Again, ignore my rubbish. But as you can see, my dad's had to put a wooden beam underneath just to attach the countertop, because as he was pulling all the red stuff off from before, obviously the wooden support beams and everything, the bottom one was like, it wasn't mushy, but it was like, it just wasn't like a plank of wood anymore. The top one was alright, but then the middle one was also a bit water damaged, and it had this connected to it as well. So obviously the whole kind of thing, like I had to literally grab it because my dad was in like that kind of headspace of just like yank everything off, just get it done quickly. And he didn't pay attention to the fact that I saw it dropping and I had to quickly go and grab it because I'm like, the countertop was literally attached. Once it fell down that side, it was literally attached by that top bit there. But because of the sink weight and because of the weight of this, it kind of like, I had to literally catch it. I've finally decided as well how I'm going to have this kitchen to a degree. I'm not painting this kitchen a different colour. Like once we've painted it white, got all the stains off the wall, because we can paint it white, but then after like 7 or 8 hours, the previous stains like come through the white paint. So I think it's like because my dad's got some really crap quality paint, but he's tried to get some of that like one coat stuff and it's not really worked. So I think it's the red that's just not working very well, like with the white. So once the walls and the ceiling is like a perfect shade of white to the point where we don't have to paint anymore, I'm not painting it again. So imagine, so I'm just going to give you like a once over of how the kitchen's going to be once I've changed things myself. The walls, once they are perfectly white, they're going to stay white because I'm not going to the effort of like repainting everything again. Ideally, I want my dad to take this out because as you can see, there is absolutely like no cooker whatsoever, and I've mentioned this a million times in my other videos, so I don't have space for a cooker. I could have put a cooker here, because originally, if you remember, this cabinet was like further down. No, it wasn't. That cabinet was always there. This cabinet was like here. We can see the floor stain like here, so this cabinet was all the way to here, and then there was a gap, like this kind of space of gap, where originally a cooker would have been. I'm not having a cooker, I'm having one of those like countertop cookers, like a little mini, just Google it, it's like a mini oven, it's got like 2 hob rings on top, and then it's like a drawer kind of oven. I don't cook often, so that would be perfect for me. So, ideally I'm going to ask my dad to take this out, because I don't know what it's, I think it's connected to the shower, because there was something to do with the wattage, the wiring that's for this, because it was used to power a cooker. We did something with the fuse box with this, and basically in the fuse box, the shower is basically the cooker. So I don't know all the electrics, so I don't know if my dad can get rid of this, or if it has to stay. But if it has to stay, I'm going to ask him to get rid of this whole like gold plate kind of thing, because, and plus we don't need this button either. But then we've got, like in the junk drawer, we've got like switches and stuff. Fresh kind of like plug sockets and stuff, so like that can go like there or something. My dad's got some tiles, and my dad's basically said this bit here is going to get tiled, like this bit. Well, no, I says to him it would look better if he because this is going to be a food prep area. I said it would be interesting just to tile from cabinet to cabinet and then up, like maybe as far as what this plug socket is here, and just have tiles here. But then he's kind of saying, well, we need to cover this bit down here, and we need to cover this bit down here. So he wants to drag the tiles out and have a tile splashback to at least halfway down here. I don't like it, but it's his house technically still at the minute, so I'm going to have to go with it. But so we're probably going to have tiles like all the way up, and then kind of like an overhang, and then up like so far to here, and then overhang maybe to like the end of this kind of wooden box thing on the wall here. I've been very specific. I says to him, I want a shelf about this height on the wall. I'm trying not to get too close because it might still be wet, but I want a shelf about here, so then I can put like plates and stuff and like cups and glasses. And then I've got that rail, so if you've not seen it, go and give it a watch now. My high street shopping video, I've got a black rail from IKEA that I'm going to hang here, and it's going to hang like pots and pans and like kitchen roll stuff and things like that. I'm going to have, one thing that I don't like about this, guys, I'm going to change this in about a year's time once I've saved up some money, but because my dad had to join the cabinets together, there's annoyingly this like black strip that my dad had to put on to connect it, because yeah, they kind of pushed together, but he needed something to physically connect it. So I don't like that there's a strip halfway down, so eventually I'm going to change it. But I'm going to get a chopping board for now, put a chopping, like a big butcher's kind of chopping board right on here. This is going to be like my food prep area. This is going to be like the kettle toaster over this side. But the only problem is, I have a plug socket there, I have that weird plug socket there, and then I've got a plug socket down there on the floor part next to the storage heater, which I've never even used that plug socket because I forget that it exists. And then I've got a singular plug socket here, which currently has my fridge, microwave, and then obviously the kettle's over there because I used the microwave the other day, and I have to uncover it all and take everything off. The mini oven is going to go right on the corner, on the edge bit here, and then that's going to stay out permanently, I think. So on this, like when this is done, we're going to have chopping board and then mini oven, and that's going to be a permanent thing. And then if I'm using like the air fryer or whatever, that can go on this side. And then when I'm not using it, it can go in the cupboard down here. These cupboards down here, apart from the drawers, I don't know what to do with the drawers yet, but the cupboards down here are going to be everything that I need for actual food preparation and cooking. These two cabinets are going to hold food, and then I'm also going to be using the pantry for like things like flour and spices and herbs and all that kind of stuff. This down here is going to be cleaning supplies. So weirdly, it is a big cupboard. Ignore the rubbish. It goes all the way back. So obviously washing machines are going to be going here. All the cleaning stuff like cleaning chemicals, spray, washing up powder and all that kind of stuff is going to go in here. Like washing up liquid, clean, like anything cleaning related for downstairs. So like living room cleaning supplies as well. And then, obviously, washing machine is going to go here. Because of the wash bowl being put like on the wrong side, they should have put this wash bowl on the left side instead of the right, but that's how they did it. The pipes are all dodgy. So the washing machine is going to go, like, it's a washing machine dryer. It's going to go here. My dad's going to build like a door kind of on a hinge, but not like just to cover it. So it's not going to connect to anything. It's literally just going to be a door. I'm going with a blue and black theme because if you've seen my video, again, like I mentioned, I've got some black handles now. I refuse to put the new handles on these cabinets because one, they'll look stupid with black and brown, and two, I don't want to use them until I've got my new stuff. So these cabinets are staying for now. This countertop, these like cupboards and stuff. But once I've saved for a while, I'm going to replace all of these cabinets because my dad says that these are basically, he's going to keep them in the house for me to use because yes, they're disgusting, but they're usable. It's something, it's not like a priority to buy new stuff because we can just clean it up and use it. So once I've saved some money, I found some cabinets from B&Q that are like a really dark blue that I love. The tiles, all of these tiles, again, are going to come off. My dad's on about, obviously, I think we're just going to keep these tiles to where they are. Although we could ideally potentially pull the tiles out to like behind the fridge because this fridge is going to have to stay here. There's literally nowhere to put it. I'm going to have a new sink, new countertop, new everything. Obviously, washing machine is going to have to stay there. Stop tap is going to have to stay accessible. So this bit will stay exactly how it is. But I'm probably going to get a new counter. And if obviously the fridge is not going to be here, it's going to be in the pantry, I could maybe extend the kitchen to like this part, take these cabinets off, and then if my dad is obviously going to tile, if I do extend it to where this fridge is, I can then get a longer countertop. That's what I'm thinking so far for the kitchen. It will all come along, it will all come together nicely. I'm just going to go. That's the update for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this series. I will see you next time. Bye bye.